Hi again. So in this video, I will go through station by station, all tasks and handouts that are needed for each station. Some will be there laminated and reusable. Some will be printed out and used and disposed after usage. So as you remember, we start at police station where you give this handout to all participants, which is a story. Notice this story is for level K1, and it has also this little map of what stations they need to visit with images that identify with each puzzle. There's somewhere the same image. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total, and police is where you are now, where you need to return. So as they go, you can show the participant, they can check off the stations they visited so they know that they've been through them all. The detective notes for K1 are different, but the storyline and the stations they're visiting are same for both levels. Then this is how detective notes look for the younger grades, K through 2, and this is how they look for the older grades. In essence, the older grades will collect 5 sentences that each suspect that they have said about themselves, whether they're claiming whether they're guilty or not, and only one of them is the guilty liar. After logic elimination of all the statements against each other, you will be able to discover which one. For the younger players, finding the culprit consists of process of elimination. With every clue, they get some knowledge about whether the criminal wears a hat or not, whether they have glasses or not, and so on, leaving them at the end with just one final criminal who they will need to put to jail. This is how police station QR code looks. When everyone visited all 7 stations after visiting police station first, they come back to the station and they already found 4 of these notes. Every level has same notes except for this one. So this that you can see, Derek is claiming, I'm not a criminal. You can know it belongs to the 3+ level that playing the elimination logic game. And for the younger kids, you will have here the criminal is not a woman. So we have labeled those clues, how to put them in the correct boxes for each level, but just if you, in case you will be able to check it and make sure if you have a kid arriving that's playing K through 2nd level game, you will not be giving them a clue that belongs to 3+. So when they have all these 4 clues, they will be able to solve the question that's they will be able to find a code that unlocks. So when the players have all these 4 clues, which essentially give you 4 different digits if you put these clues against the mirror. So it will mirror digit 1, for instance. This will mirror digit 3, for instance, and putting them in the right order by noticing how many wheels are on each one of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. You will get a sequence of digits that will open this digital lock, which is the QR code at the police station. For K through 2, you have 1 digital lock or 1 QR code, and for 3+ you have another one. So for each one of them, you will have a laminated page. And opening this lock, you will receive the last clue needed to figure out who is the suspect, and you will put them to jail by scanning QR code and choosing the suspect as your answer. Same for this jail of 3+, you scan the QR code, you already figured out who is the suspect, and then you choose their name and you click submit. Now let's go through each station after police. So this station has a directional puzzle. So you're giving a story here of thief that snuck into the city to rob a pizzeria, and you are giving their pass, knowing that they entered the city from one side and they exited it here. So in order to figure out the code lock, you need to find which path they went. Did they go this way? Obviously not. Did they go this way? Reversing these directions, you can track back and find which way, where they entered, which intersections they went through, essentially what were the digits that they passed, and these digits will give you the log numbers. So same puzzle, just a bit more difficult for 3 plus. All puzzles and tasks are split into levels. For some levels here, it's the same task. So you can see for K through 2, it's the same task. This is more of a fun tactile puzzle to work, and 3 plus, we are not splitting levels in this task. The next station is the dark streets and the lampposts that the culprit have tampered with. So now lights are off in the city and they can do their black jobs without interference, and our task is to fix the lights so we can see where the criminal goes and catch them. So this is a math logic problem, and it has here more levels than before. We have the K level, we have the 1-2 level separately, we have the 3-4 level, and we have the 5 plus level. So in these puzzles, the way we want to solve them is after we understand that criminal has tampered with our switches. For the K level, we don't see any indication that switches were switched, so we can safely assume that each switch corresponds to its lamp that's right above, but the position of the switches gives up that when this switch is turned on towards the top, the lamp is off. So to turn it on, we need to put the switch down, change its place. Same for the next one to the left of it. Now, same for this switch. Right now, its position is down, but the lamp is turned off. So to light it on, we need to move the switch up. And the last one is in position where the light is on, so we keep it. Now, how do we read the code from this switch? Combination, the digits 5, 4, and then 7, 8, to which the switches are pointing, are the 4 digits of the code that's needed. And in this station, you will get a physical box and use this code to open it and get the clue. Next station is a station where the criminal has tampered and messed up your recipe. And this illustration, if solved correctly, will give you the right order of ingredients that you should figure out in order to solve what original recipe had to look like. The numbers in order of the recipe that you find will be put in the lock to open it. And here you don't see a QR code. It means there is a box that you will be opening with this code physically. So the way we check those problems, we imagine we're filling the water or through these channels, and as soon as one is being filled, the water continues to flow. Then it starts filling these chambers, and number 5 will be first. Then it will fill everything and go up to number 4 and start going back over here, flow through here and start filling it in those spaces, and which will give us 1 and 8 in order. And that's the right numbers in that will open your lockbox. And by the story, these are the right order of the ingredients for a recipe that we were making. So at this station, you will have a level 2-4 separate task, level 5 plus a separate task. So only 3 different levels, K1, 2-4, and 5 plus. The next station talks about how pizza boxes packed for the level K and asks to find how many pizzas have mysteriously disappeared because the thief was doing wrong things on purpose to deliver less than what he needs to and stealing those pizzas for himself. So here the answer is just numerical because you are scanning the barcode. you're solving this problem and you're putting the answer inside. I won't be going over the solution. It's a simple problem for level K to count how many pizzas really fill in here. We actually provide with these cutout pizzas that each take by this picture a 20 centimeter by 20 centimeter block. And you can, of course, tactile put those little pizzas and explain to the very little participants that each distance is 10 centimeters. And that's how you get 100. You can count by 20s, you can count by 10s, whatever, or just lay out the pizzas and see what fits and count how many without really detailed explanations of how many centimeters or how many 20s fit into 100 if these numbers are not accessible yet. So feel free to alter a story for your kids if they're little, or instruct the parents to do so. Level 1, 2, you have a little harder variation of the same problem. For level 3 plus, there is a different story. It's a receipt that has been changed to charge a lot more money for some floor repairs in the kitchen that the cost of the repairs is. And by figuring out what mistake was made here, you again submit the answer in the barcode and get the clue that is given by after solving this task. Next station has problems that use sand clocks. Now, this handout is just there. It doesn't give you any clues. It's just there separately to play with sand clocks and see the principle of how using two clocks of, let's say, 20 and 30 minutes, you can measure at 20 and 30 seconds, you can measure a 10-second interval. For instance, if you set up both of them together running at the same time, the minute the 20-second clock is over, 30 will have 10 seconds. You can flip it and just the remaining send will run for 10 seconds. These problems use, or for K don't use this property. So for K is just straightforward play with numbers. We need to measure certain amount of times, in this case 10 minutes for each pair of clocks, and you need to choose which clocks are completing whatever you already have on the shelf to make 10 minutes. So you choose one with 9, you choose two with 8, and so on. And if you notice, the letters on the missing clock are spelling the word CODE, code. So in that order, the digits 1, 2, 3, and 5 will give you the code to this digital lock that you scan on your phone. Put in the code, get a clue. For older levels, you get the more complicated tasks that actually uses perhaps the principle of comparing and making a certain time with flipping clocks at the setting them up at the same time and flipping when whatever is remaining. And here we have 4 different levels. So 5 plus is separate, 3 to 4 is separate, 1 to 2 is separate, and K is separate. The next station has a math problem for finding the distance. So this task has a story of navigation system that was hacked, and now you don't have all the distances stored and you need to recover the missing ones. So you have here distances that you know, and it's easy to track, blue to red. It's 5 miles, farm to grocery store. Blue to green, it's 4 miles, this whole big distance. Green to red, the school to the farm, it's 3 miles. And the code log has 3 digits here in this case, and will consist of whatever numbers you find for each distance here. So for instance, from grocer to pizzeria, which is here. So switch the color. Grocer to pizzeria, this part. It can be found by just trying numbers. because for K level, of course. For harder levels, you can use equations, you can use some smart ways to use these three given roads or the ones that are given in those tasks. But for the K level, I suggest just trying options. If from grocer to school we have 4, then perhaps this can be 3 and 1. And then try what's left, because from grocer to farm it's 5, so maybe this part of the road is 2. Does it work with farm to school? 2 plus 1 here. Yes, it works 3. So we kind of guess and check, and can fill in these distances. Grocer to pizzeria 3, school to pizzeria just 1, and farm to pizzeria just 2. And then you notice that I have 2 of these cheeses, so it's 3 and 3, 6. I have 4 of this pepperoni pieces, so it's 4, because each one is 1. And I have a pepperoni, then, oh, sorry, pepperoni is 2, so 4 2s is 8. And then I have 1 pepperoni, which is 1 plus, sorry, which is 2 plus 2 ones plus 3, so 4 plus 3, 7. Okay, you calculate these amounts and you get the right numbers. So older versions, we have a level of 1, 2 by itself, just a little bit bigger numbers. And we have a level of 3, 4 by itself. And we have a level of 5 plus. Some of these stations will also contain black and white printed small pieces of paper on which kids can write and note their solutions. So this station have them. For each one of them, you will have it together with the laminated puzzle pieces. Let's see the last station. So here, the story is that there is a courier dropping off flyers, and you have city plans here or street plans with homes, and he must cover every street, but at the same time, he shouldn't travel it twice and visit every house. So basically these problems are just, can I trace without picking my hand from the paper, which pictures I can do that and which I can't. These, if you can see, I can. 4, I think I can. 5, I just did. And 8, like this. So 4 of these digits make a code. You just put them in increasing order. So a lot of times you'll have this clue in which order to put the digits. So 1, 4, 5, 8 make the code. And here you don't see a QR code on this page. It means that this page belongs with a box and a clue inside the box with a physical lock. So we have levels for 1, 2, level for 3 plus, and that's it in this puzzle. And we have separate pages for it to work on. Now, if your kids are having difficulties with some level and you want to bring it down, within the 3 plus game, you can do it from any station to any station because the clues there are the same. Within the 1, 2 game, you can do it at any point. Same for bringing the level up. But if you want to jump between the 1, 2, and 3 plus games, between this gameplay and this gameplay, you will need to readjust some of the clues that they've already gotten. And there is a solution key for volunteers that you can print and have at each station. So it looks like this for all the problems. And you can quickly look what odd numbers you had, what clues did they get, was the station with a barcode, was it without a barcode, and so on. So everything is in this file, including the last criminal finding puzzle and putting them to jail. And it's easy to read through explanations of solutions and how to solve it. So I hope you'll make sense of it. And if you don't, you can pick in here and see how the problem is solved.